What you got? Oh, not in your mouth. Be careful. Where's our house? You see our house? What color is our house? Blue. It's not blue, it's yellow. Yeah, yellow.
Every day after she gets off work, Julie picks up her 2-year-old daughter from daycare and drives home to the House of Hope.
Oh, it's hot. It's hot. You're heavy and it's hot. Ready to go? I have lived at the House of Hope now for about 3 months. I'm a full-time assistant teacher in a classroom. I teach preschool kids. How are you today, Margot? You're not usually here.
No.
Lucky you, huh? Oh, we had the lights go out at work today.
Yeah,
So
they were
everybody
telling
left
me
early.
no electricity. Nice.
Let's go see the entry. Want to get down? Where we live here in Lowell, Massachusetts, to afford housing, I might make $1,000 a month, and rents cost about $1,400 a month. So, you know, even if I was making that much more money, I'd say I'm a good $1,000 away to being able to afford, you know, groceries, utilities, everything, so that I could live. Baloney.
2 years ago, Julie finished a university bachelor's degree. Her husband was working hard to support them, but he was not legally in the United States. He was arrested and imprisoned pending his deportation. Julie and her daughter had nowhere else to turn, so they began living at a friend's house.
I lived there for about a month. They said, you know, our son, he's coming back home. There's already 17 people in the house. Marissa and you are 18, 19. We need the room downstairs for my son. He's not getting along with his roommates out of college. You know, could you please be out? I think they gave me like 1 or 2 weeks that I had to get my stuff together and, again, find another place. Here they are. Uh-oh, where's Marissa? Uh-oh, there she is. There she is. You were hiding? Were you hiding? See if we can fit these two in here. I never thought I'd be homeless. My parents were always very supportive of my decisions. I went out, got a job after I finished school. I've always worked since I can remember, huh? Yeah. You want to go down lights? Yeah.
Usually around 18 families stay at the House of Hope. Most of them are young single mothers with children.
When I came to the shelter for the first time,
Kind of rules.
I thought it was going to be a big brick cement building with
cops.
metal
That's what I thought too.
like the food line, like in jail with the metal plates.
She said like jail, like she knows.
No.
That's kind of how I expected it too. And then I seen the kitchen tables and the home setting, and I mean,
Your own separate bedrooms.
yeah, and it was a surprise to me that it was almost like still living at your own home, only just more people around.
Doesn't even feel like you're homeless living here, I think.
It just feels like you
Yeah,
live with a
feels
bunch
like-
of friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have 2 kids, and I've been here for a year and 2 months and a couple of days.
I have 2 children also. I have almost 3-year-old, and I have a 7-month-old daughter. And I don't know. I'm here because I have no other place to go. So, and I've been here since December, so a good 5 months. I was in another shelter before I came here, and before that I was in another shelter also. So I've been moved quite a few times.
I was always on my own. I did everything by myself. I raised my son on my own. I didn't ask for help. And when I came here, I didn't need to. They gave it to me. They helped me, whether I wanted it or not. You know, I mean, they put out a hand for me. And I realized that you're not always alone. I got one.
Will you show me a draft when you get it started?
Deb Chaussee began working in shelters for single adults more than 2 decades ago. Her concern about the problems of homeless children and their families brought her to the House of Hope, where she is the executive director.
House of Hope is a family shelter that tries very hard to create a sense of home and community and belonging and safety. And when we do create that, then we're able to invite our mothers to live their lives differently than how they've lived them. It would be typical for our mothers not to have high school educations, to not have really grounded goals and objectives for themselves, and most painfully, to not have had a lot of definable successes in their lives. House of Hope tries desperately to break the cycle of homelessness. That probably is our greatest objective, is to impact the children.
What are you drawing, Jaden? What is it?
You wanted him to paint the lizard blue?
You don't want that one?
Volunteers from the community are vital to running the shelter. They cook, answer phones, and most importantly, spend time giving the House of Hope's children individual attention they have often lacked.
Good job. Okay.
The volunteers work to develop creativity and improve basic skills, but mostly they try and make the children feel safe and loved.
Ready? 1, 2, 3.
A child can't be a child if they're homeless. They're too busy worried about where they're going to live and what they're going to wear and what how their mom's going to be. The House of Hope provides a safe place for children by letting the children be children and by letting them stop worrying about their lives.
Time to do laundry. Hopefully nobody's in here.
Everyday life at House of Hope is demanding for its residents. There are strict rules, expectations, and schedules. The women get counseling to improve life skills and participate in therapeutic group meetings and parenting classes.
Ask her if she got the letter in the mail yet for the YWCA. Because the kids should be starting camp pretty soon.
Each has a case manager who helps set goals and coordinate services. Overall, the aim is to move residents towards self-sufficiency.
I made an appointment with Dr. Epstein, and this is the earliest time they had. Do you keep a calendar of your blood sugars so that you can show?
House of Hope residents are often in need of medical treatment and mental health services. The Lowell Community Health Center provides a nurse practitioner who makes regular visits to the shelter.
It's an extraordinary safety net here at House of Hope, and sometimes I think the House of Hope has to respond to needs that are beyond the scope of a shelter. They are in clinical need. They have a lot of medications that have to be managed. They have behaviors that are hard to manage and don't necessarily fit within a community setting.
I have bipolar disorder, and what it is your life is a constant mood swing. You're like on a pendulum. You know, one day you could be happy, one day you could be sad. And in my case, that pendulum swings back and forth like 15 times a day.
Stephanie has been in and out of homelessness for years, and now, homeless again, she is pregnant with her second child. Her first was taken away by the State Department of Social Services because of her mental illness. There are continued worries about her fitness as a mother, and Stephanie's worried that this child will be taken too.
Honestly, what I would do is I'd probably take my own life, unfortunately, because my heart couldn't go through it anymore.
Stephanie is one of a growing number of residents with severe mental health problems. House of Hope must provide her with day-to-day and sometimes hour-to-hour support.
As a case manager, it's dealing with Stephanie becomes very challenging because you really need to help Stephanie to stay focused, okay? Stay focused on just a day-by-day way of living. From now on, I would like to see you at 9 o'clock in the morning. By that time, 10 o'clock in the morning.
Okay.
By that time, you should have taken your meds. You should have done your shots. All right?
Today, you come in as a family into House of Hope, and not only do you need housing, you need services that you haven't been able to access throughout your life. You need education. You need emotional counseling and support, you need mental health intervention. In some cases, you need intensive treatment or support around coming from a history of battering relationships. In some cases, you need support around fiscal management. In most cases, you need support around fiscal management. You need a lot, the majority of our families need a lot more than simply a roof over their heads.
Thank you for loving the families that we serve and for taking risks.
In the spring of 2004, ground was broken on the New Hope apartment project. New Hope is a private and public partnership involving the community and government at every level.
This shows what this city is all about, the commitment this city makes to all of its people.
One of the things that the board was looking to do was to do more than just be a temporary shelter for people. They wanted to be able to provide something more, to be able to provide homes for homeless people. It was an intriguing thing to me because I am a real estate developer.
With the hard work and expertise of its board of directors, House of Hope raised money and found a new site for its project. Each stakeholder got something out of the deal. For the state, vital units of low-income housing. For the city of Lowell, neighborhood improvement and economic development.
House of Hope really believes that there is an answer, that there is a solution to solve family homelessness.
The New Hope apartments are located directly behind the House of Hope shelter. There are 10 units in all. The New Hope families get services from the shelter's professional staff and are part of the shelter's social activities.
You're all dirty. Was you playing in the dirt?
Every day around 4, Jessica meets the bus that brings her 3-year-old son Ricky back home from daycare. They just moved in to the New Hope apartments. New Hope is permanent housing for very poor people with a history of mental health and substance abuse problems.
Come on. Come on. This is my new apartment, and this is right here is my bathroom. My bathroom set was a gift to me, and it's beautiful. This is my place of tranquility. Over here, we have my son's bedroom, which was also a gift to him for our new place.
Before they moved in, Jessica and Ricky were residents of House of Hope. Before that, they'd lived at 7 other shelters. They were the only homes that Ricky ever knew.
This is my living room, and this couch and the chair were also donated along with the TV stand. I love it. It's beautiful. And everyone who comes here, they say that my house has like a warm feeling to it. I'm just grateful. I'm very grateful. Really, this was my last option, but this seemed like the best option because I thought about the support that I would have moving in here, seeing that what I've known for the past 5 years was jail and shelters, and I haven't lived on my own. And it would be very scary for me to move into an apartment and not have any support whatsoever.
For most of her 26 years, Jessica has led a troubled life. When she was 4, her father left home. Her mother was schizophrenic and committed suicide. After that, Jessica lived in 18 different foster homes before she was adopted at age 9. But soon, she was running away, and her adolescence became filled with residential programs in psychiatric hospitals. By 18, she was addicted to drugs and was arrested many times on charges of possession and assault. Finally, the police raided her house because she was selling cocaine.
And I ended up in jail for 2 years, and that wasn't the first time I had been incarcerated. I had been in Framingham on 2 other occasions for 3 months and 6 months. And that wasn't enough to like scare me straight. I remember sitting there one day thinking to myself like, oh my God, you know, I'm 20 years old. I've spent birthdays and holidays behind these bars, you know. When I put the drugs down and I started just really looking within myself and what I wanted for my future, I just asked for help. It didn't come overnight, but I received the help that I was looking for. I haven't found the necessity or the want to use drugs in 5 years. Places like the House of Hope give you the opportunity, no matter what background you come from. they open the door for you and allow you with guidance, because like myself, I didn't know anything. What I knew was jail. What I knew was the streets. You know, they showed me like how to be a woman. They showed me and gave me guidance how to be a mother. I didn't know how to like spend quality time with my baby. I didn't know how to sit down and read a book at night with my child.
While her son is at daycare, Jessica takes a class at the community college and is working toward finding a job. She's enrolled in counseling programs, gets therapy for her mental health problems, and regularly attends NA meetings. Every day, she is practicing skills in living she never had.
Let's get Julie.
The caseworker she had at the House of Hope shelter continues to work with her at the New Hope Apartments. It's her job to see that Jessica stays on track.
How you doing?
I'm doing good.
You look great.
Thank you.
Mom looks great. You got something in this pot?
My rice.
Oh, all right. So have you been budgeting?
I've been trying to budget even with my food stamps, and I've run out of stuff. And I gotta think on Saturday and Sunday, I have to cook breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Do you ever call like the food pantry?
I'll open it for you.
Or the churches?
No.
No.
That's
Well,
embarrassing.
well, I could do that with you. Would you do it then? If we went together?
Maybe.
Jessica's caseworker is concerned with every aspect of her life. Her mental health is a major concern.
She said she feels lonely. So by coming over here and offering that support, that's something she really needs from us right now. She gets very depressed, so just to know that we're there and that if something goes on, we're just a phone call or even just a few steps away from her, that she can reach out and she's not alone living here.
You want this one?
I was doing.
You gonna color? Color Nemo. I think that having a stable environment and being there consistently for my child and providing him with everything, to me, that's what a mom should do. I don't want my child to grow up like me. It's up to us to break the cycle and make that change. I've come a long way. There's times where I'm really tired and I'm like, I can't go on anymore. But the House of Hope is there to give me that faith back, that confidence back. Like, yes, you can do this.
House of Hope is a community. It's a community of churches. It's a community of government leaders. It's a community of business leaders and lawyers and doctors and judges and school children. What has created House of Hope is the combination of all of those institutions and individuals believing in the need to have House of Hope here and the obligation to have House of Hope here.
It's good to see familiar faces and be with my family. It's good.